Granite Ridge Greens, Friday morning, July 16th, I believe it is. Granite Ridge Greens, peace out. This is all the tomato plants and peppers and more tomato plants that have fallen. See how big they are? These are 4 feet tall. They're 3 feet over there. We got, see the little tiny peppers? Right there? Right there, little tiny peppers, flowers. That's good. For being in red cups, we've been just soaking them in fertilizer. I believe that's cherry tomato. I'd have to pull it out. They're kind of all wrapped together here, so anyways, you're going to walk to the shop. I finally got my propane fork truck or tow motor. Some people call it different names, but it's a fork truck. Picks up pallets and stuff. And here's where we're going to plant. Out here. I tried to go with a furrow, and I got maybe a clutch problem. I got to adjust the clutch, or I might have to replace the clutch on the Belarus tractor already. But we're going to plant in here because that's so overgrown. It's going to take me too long. So we used the loader yesterday, and then I threw the track, and I had to fix the track on my loader. So we got potatoes and everything growing on the side of the garage down there. Big pile of soil and grass. Rolls, I guess you call them. We'll have to peel off the soil and throw it back in. But we're going to grow all through down in here. And I'm going to take the... this isn't running properly, this Viking. So, yeah. And then we got a chicken. We got music playing in the background. We didn't know, but a chicken made it. A chicken made it. And here he is here. Hey, little chicken. Say hello to Lucky. This is Lucky the chicken. They've been picking at his on one side. You see what they did to his wing? See what they did to that poor little fella? Well, that's Lucky. Well, I went in the shop yesterday to move the ram so we could get my tow motor off the trailer last night at 11 o'clock. And this guy was sitting in the shop. He made it. And this is a female. So we're going to make her a little spot up in the coop. And we're hoping to bring her up to about 7-8 pounds. They say the meat chickens don't live very long, but hey, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens with Lucky. He's starting to settle down a little bit. She was freaked right out watching everybody be called, right? Gotta be rough on anything alive. It's not the nicest thing, but it's the way it is. People pretend. And then we got the freezer, and I got a bunch of meat I'm trying to give away because it's freezer burnt, and it's a shame because it's moose. Venison roast. Not for resale, see? They left it here. But you can see it's all freezer burnt. What a shame. Anyways, T-loins, V, venison, moose. I believe this is a moose roast here. One of them said moose on it. That one says moose. No, moose roast. Blade roast. Damn. Shame. And then the burger. See how dark the burger is? Really dark stuff. But it's all freezer burnt. I don't know how long it's been here. It's not worth getting sick over. All roast in that bag too. So I'm looking for someone with a dog team. I'm not one for throwing things out. I like reusing things and handing things on if I can. I gave Luke and the Powassan dump 150, 250 maybe pounds of meat. It took both of us to lift it out of my car from what was in this freezer, and then all that was in this freezer, which I washed, but it's still got the blood smell from the wild meat, so that's going to go inside, an energy saver. So we're going to walk over to the shop. The turkeys are out up there at the coop. Turkeys are out at the side. I doubt if you see them with the camera from here, but anyways. Walk across. I don't want to make this video too long. Walk across. Of course, I went to move the Dodge last night and the battery's dead. And then the starters, I don't know if it's a Bendix going on it or bad ground, but the starter's looping and then catching and the looping and catching. And I did notice when Alwyn did my body work, the bottom of my doors, he did a crappy job. Look at it, rusted right through. Yeah, it's rusted right through. That's brand new panels on there. You pay someone to do a job and they don't do a good job for you. We're off to the shop. And I'm walking pretty fast. I'm a little winded. Hopefully there's no more chickens in here. And there's my fork truck, so I'm just going to set that down for a minute. And open the big door. It's almost a shame to open the door. It stays so cool in here. This place needs to dry out a bit. Lock that up. I gotta take the gas out of this. Wonder how much gas is in there. Oh, we're not bad. We're only at 7 minutes. Oh, she's full. I gotta put some stable in this. I want to maybe take the hose off the bottom and drain that out. And I gotta repair that this summer or into the fall, because she had a hard go last year. This old MTD I got off my brother. I had a Toro snowblower. This thing's way better. But you get into the thick snow that's mild temperatures and it's thick and it gets, excuse me, caught in the chute. So I just had this delivered last night. I bought this off my brother about 14 years ago when I was in business, the solar and wind business. I sold solar and wind products, and I installed until the new law came out that you needed your DC license and you needed to be a master electrician and blah blah blah. Half of the electricians don't even, or didn't, maybe they do now, but they didn't even understand DC. The company that I was subbing off of back then, he had no idea. He thought that a kilowatt at 24 volts, so that's 1,000 watts at 24 volts, was the same as a kilowatt at 240 volts AC. DC and AC are way different. DC takes a lot of temperature to move current through a wire. You imagine a river, and the river condensed down and pushing hard. That's the current going through a wire. Well, if you have too much current, it's going to burn out the wiring. So anyways, he'd sell the systems with 12 volt panels for 24 volt systems, and he's telling people that I was wiring wrong and stuff, and people were giving me heck and phoning me and saying, you know, this is not working properly. Well, it's working properly. It's just been sold. You can't take a 12 volt panel and get 24 volts out of it. Well, sorry, you can, but you got to put two of them together. So you double your voltage, which is 12 volts and 12 volts for 24, but then you're only getting with one panel puts out. So he was charging like $5 a watt at the time, $5.50 a watt, so that's $11 a watt. Canadian Tire is $12 a watt, so you might as well go buy the crappy panels. It was just a big ripoff, so I stopped working for him and I opened up my own company. But it was up here, and a lot of people up in the northern section, the cottagers have the money, but the people that really want to go off grid and stuff, they don't have the coin for it. So it's kind of a lost cause, this renewable thing. People need help to get into the renewable field and to get a renewable system. And the people that do want to save are the people that don't have the money, and the people that have the money, most of them couldn't give a shit one way or the other. Their hydro comes in, doesn't matter what coal's burnt or nuclear or whatever it is, doesn't matter to them. They got the money and that's the end of it. But so it's too bad. It's people that really need the help that could probably live off grid more than other people could. So anyways, this is my Toyota. I think this is a, oh, I don't even see a model number anywhere on it. It does have a hitch at the bottom. And you can see the skid marks because one of the tires, this tire was seized up. I'd imagine it's the braking system I'll have to take apart. Like I said, it sat for 12 years. The other tire was just a spinning last night, so this one here, it's like a slick now. So I got my tow motor. I'm partially disabled, I guess you call it. I have trouble with walking on my right side. I had an operation in '86. I blew out L4, L5, and L5S1 in my spine, the two discs. And I blew them out so bad I had balls like that sticking off the back of my back, where the disc blew all the jelly out. I went back to work 3 times too early within 3 years, and I ended up making the discs that were that size go to this size, and where the root sleeve goes through the spine and passes through the joints and stuff, through the vertebrae and stuff, and discs. I had it impinged. It impinged my nerves and pinched my nerves off to my legs. So in '89 I was paralyzed mostly on the right side from the waist down, and I sat in the chair for 6, almost 8 months, and I took an experimental operation by the butcher of Newmarket, Dr. Soriano in Newmarket, which they called the butcher in Newmarket. It was supposed to be a one-shot deal into each bald disc, and he missed 4 times and blamed it on, I'm a big guy, so he blamed it on my fat and my size, right? And I woke up in 10 times the amount of pain that I went under, and I've been in chronic pain since, and 25 years later, they finally gave me an MRI and found out that he hit my vertebrae above the L5 disc that he took out, and he impinged the vertebrae a third of the spacing. So a third of my spacing is impinging on the nerve sleeve of my whole body that goes to my legs, and it's left me in chronic pain for pretty well. Well, I live in chronic pain. I don't sleep well. I pass out more than anything, but it's the way life is, and you just got to keep pushing on, people. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Just keep pushing her. 2,470 hours. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that there. Empty. Water temperature. Charging. I got some things to do on this. I'm going to clean this up with my grinder and a wheel, a steel wheel, and repaint the orange. See if I can get something close to the orange. I got some other headlights. I'd like to stick some LED headlights on it, but it's not that important. I'm just glad that it's here, and my brother sent it the way he did. Oh, there's the sticker on it, but it's all rubbed off. I'll have to get a magnifying glass or something. Let's see if we can see what it is. Yeah, that's a tag for it, but it's really scuffed out, eh? Maybe we'll be able to read it inside. I can't in the garage right now. So anyways, Granite Ridge Greens, peace out, people. I got my little Toyota tow motor. I'd expect, by the looks of the chain here, it's not a big chain, right? 1.5 tons, maybe? It's only a little farm machine for inside, right? And I want it for, I'm hoping to get it running properly. I think I only paid, it was just under 5,000 back when the business was running for it, and it'll help me unload feed when we're going to get some pigs. I don't think we're going to get them this year, but we're going to get some pigs, and if we get some cows and stuff, it can lift hay and stuff from inside, and you know, I'll probably be storing stuff in here till we pour a floor, unless we go with the microgreen factory. I don't know what we're doing with that yet. And music playing again, so we better get out of here. That's the hay cutter I got to put on the tractor when I figure out the clutch adjustment. Just so many things to do and only one guy to do it. Becomes difficult. Anyways, Granite Ridge Greens, I got that tractor to fix too. And there's my diesel Apache generator, 8500 diesel generator. And that's broken down. I need a sight glass for it for water separation. And there's a bad capacitor on the board, I believe, so I gotta fix that. I had already fixed that, but it's gonna need another bar soon. And that's about it. Oh yeah. And there's my motorcycle. Maybe I should show my motorcycle off, eh? My uncle bought this to take me and my brother riding around. My brother was 4.5 and I was 2. And on my second birthday, we got a picture of my uncle was 6'6", 260 pounds on this little tiny bike. But this is a 1965 Yamaha Autolube 85cc 2-stroke. And no word of a lie, that's the original mileage right there. 802.2 miles on this. This thing is almost mint. My brother and I were supposed to inherit it, and a bunch of family shit happened. My aunt's a narcissistic bitch, and she caused the family some real heartache. She kept the whole family fighting for her own entertainment because she's a narcissist. I don't even think she knows she's a narcissist, but everybody hates her. They all talk to her, but they all talk to her behind her back too, like she does to everybody else. So, anyways, this was part of the estate and part of my inheritance. And yeah, it's a memory. It's definitely a memory. Nice old bike. Anyways, Granite Ridge Greens, peace out. Catch y'all later. Have a good day. Stay safe. We should be through this pandemic fairly soon. Hopefully by the fall or Christmas anyways, we'll have it under control. Granite Ridge Greens, over and out. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other. Like Tom Wilson used to say, my old boss, it's nice to be nice. So be nice. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't make you less of a person. It makes you more of a person and more of a man. Be nice. Peace out.